Thrift shopping, once associated with necessity or marginal lifestyles, has now become a mainstream cultural trend. But if we look deeper, it's not just about vintage clothes or saving money. Thrift shopping reflects broader social patterns, historical shifts, and class dynamics that sociologists have long examined. Historically, clothing consumption was limited by material scarcity and local production. The rise of industrial capitalism in the 19th century changed that. Mass production made clothing cheaper and more widely available, and with it came the rise of consumer culture. Thorstein Veblen, a key thinker in early sociology, coined the term conspicuous consumption, buying not for need but for status. In contrast, thrift shopping challenges this. It can be seen as conscious consumption, rejecting the idea that newness equals value. Bourdieu's theory of cultural capital offers a fresh lens. He argued that taste is not neutral. It reflects social class and education. Choosing thrifted or vintage clothing can signify a form of subcultural capital, a way of displaying awareness, individuality, or eco-consciousness. For middle-class youth especially, thrift shopping can signal authenticity, a rejection of mainstream consumerism, and a connection to sustainability, all while still performing a kind of distinction. Goffman's dramaturgical approach is also relevant. He viewed everyday life as a stage where individuals perform their identity. Fashion is central to this performance. Thrift shopping allows people to curate a unique self-presentation. Unlike mass fashion, thrift finds are often one of a kind. This feeds into the postmodern ideal of the fragmented, creative self, constantly remixing identity through appearance. Thrift culture also intersects with urban sociology. In many gentrified neighborhoods, secondhand shops serve as markers of both cultural trendiness and displacement. As demand for vintage aesthetics grows, prices increase, and the original purpose of these stores, to serve low-income communities, can become distorted. This reveals how even anti-capitalist trends can be reabsorbed into capitalist markets. Digital media also reshapes the meaning of thrift. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram aestheticize the act, turning it into content. Here, Michel Foucault's ideas of self-surveillance apply. Even sustainable shopping is now performed publicly, validated by likes and algorithms. The act of thrifting is no longer just private consumption. It's part of a digital performance of values and identity. Finally, we must consider who has access to thrift culture. Not everyone thrifts for fun. For many, it's the only option. As with digital detox, the ability to choose a lifestyle, whether minimalist, sustainable, or ethical, reflects privilege. A sociological approach reminds us that consumption is never just about products. It's about power, status, identity, and resistance.